Hello and welcome to another episode of BookRemedy, where we cure life and business challenges one book at a time. I'm your host, Doug Tabor, with DougTabor.com, and today we are going to be filming live and direct from Oceanside, California, my home, and I'm trying to get through these without taking a number of takes. So if I make some mistakes, I'm going to try not to turn the camera off and start over. I'm just going to work through it, and hopefully going forward, as I become better at doing these video book reviews, I will make less mistakes. Practice makes perfect, right? The thing that ailed me, which caused me to get the book we're about to review today, was the idea that in my new position with Integrity Networking Solutions, it's going to require me to do some coaching of my clients, and I've never done that in a formal capacity. So I really was looking for a book that would give me really some technique in how to work with my clients through some coaching sessions, some partnering, and some accountability sessions. The book I found through the local library here in Oceanside is a book called Coaching Plain and Simple, Solution-Focused Brief Coaching Essentials. And this book was written by Peter Szabo and Daniel Meir. Peter, I believe, is out of Switzerland, and Daniel is a coach out of Germany. And the big thought that these guys have with regards to coaching is that a coach should focus not necessarily on the problem of the person they're coaching that they're having, really focus on the solution. And by focusing more on the solution than the problem, they're able to use what they call solution-focused brief coaching. And the idea is that you have a shorter session with each individual client with the ultimate goal of the client not necessarily needing the coach long term. You finally get the client working towards their solutions, working towards their goals, and then the coaching is no longer necessary. I think you probably see a cat moving around in the back, but we're going to go forward. That's Sammy, by the way. What I learned from this book initially is some basic things like what is coaching? And I like the concept that they use is that coaching is not necessarily telling anybody what to do, because who am I to tell anybody what they should be doing? But it's really more a matter of asking them a series of questions that would build a framework around the solution to what they're looking to achieve. And they use 4 elements in their coaching session. The first is the coaching agreement, and they set up this coaching agreement with a question, such as, what needs to happen here today so that you can say that it was worth your time? And they open every coaching session with that question. Then they go to the preferred future, so it's an idea of what is the client's vision of the future once they reach a solution to their problem. The next question or element is precursors of the solution. The question around that is, which situations in the recent past contained at least a small piece of your preferred future already happening? How did you do that? And that makes sense because you can go back in the client's past and identify when they've had some success. And as we all know, if you've had success doing something, all you have to do is repeat the action or the activity that led you to that success, and that's going to ultimately get you to your goal. The next item is element 4, clues for upcoming progress. And this is where you're talking to the client about what is happening or will happen that will let them know that they're going in the right direction. And then finally, session conclusion, and that's where you show some appreciation for the effort that the client's putting in to the coaching, as well as talk about maybe an experiment that the client might want to try over the next 7 days if it's weekly coaching sessions that they're doing, so they can move closer to their solution. Those are the 5 elements of a coaching session. They also talk about what you should be asking a client on a follow-up question, and on the next session, ask the client, what's better? What has happened over the last 7 days since we last spoke that's now better, that once again is showing that you're making progress? So my recommendation, if you're looking to possibly do some coaching for your employees, or if you're a coach and you're looking for some new ideas on how to be a better coach, pick up a copy of Coaching Plain and Simple by Peter Szabo and Daniel Meir. Currently on Amazon, you can pick up a copy for just over $14. Ultimately, I ended up buying this book from Amazon because I realized that when you get a book from the library, it's temporary, as well as I found that you can't write any notes in it. But I figure that I'm going to be using this concept of solution-focused brief coaching essentials going forward, so it's going to make sense to have the book. My next book remedy is going to be with the book that I'm currently reading, The 4-Hour Work Week by Timothy Ferriss. And over the next 4 or 5 different books that I read, I'm really going to be focusing on time management, how to save time, and how to get more done in the limited amount of time that we have, because we're all buried, and I want to try to come up with some solutions to help some of my clients with regards to their time constraints. That being said, remember, reading is the remedy. This is Doug Tabor with DougTabor.com. Hope you have a great week. Take care.